I'm Alex Pinell, a volunteer with the Nansemond River Preservation Alliance, a group of people dedicated to cleaning up Suffolk's creeks and rivers. Today, we're going to be talking about water and what causes it to go up and down with something called tides. Then we'll talk about sea level rise, and finally, we'll talk about flooding, which happens when it rains really hard. First, let's talk about tides. If you've ever gone to the beach, you've probably noticed that sometimes the water is way up and sometimes it's way out. This is caused by tides, which is the twice daily rise and fall of the rivers and creeks that are attached to the oceans. We have tides here in Suffolk's rivers and creeks. Freshwater lakes, however, don't have tides because they're enclosed by land. And tides are caused by the gravitational pull of the moon and sun on the ocean, rivers, and creeks. Now, let's talk about sea level rise. The ocean sea levels are slowly getting higher and higher due to polar ice caps melting. When your mom or dad or your grandmother or grandfather were kids like you, the ocean level was a lot lower. How come? Well, the world's population is increasing. This means more people drive cars, ride on buses, live in houses or apartments, and use the washing machine or other things that use electricity. That electricity, along with gas, oil, and coal, fuel the cars, heat homes, and power machines. More people, plus the use of cars that put out smoke at their tailpipes, causes a slight increase in the average temperature. That rise in temperature is melting the ice at the North and South Pole, which ends up in the oceans. It also increases extremes in weather, like severe storms and more frequent hurricanes. Sea level rise is a threat to all people who live near the ocean. Hundreds of millions of people around the world live in low-lying areas near the coast on rivers and creeks that are connected to these oceans. These rivers and creeks will have more frequent flooding, affecting many homes and businesses as the sea level rises. We live near the Atlantic Ocean, and sea level rise is affecting our local waterways, especially when there's a storm or heavy rainfall. Scientists refer to this as climate change. Then there's flooding. You know when you want to go outside and play, but it's raining really hard. A lot of rain over a short period of time causes flooding. Flooding might make little lakes in the street or a playground or backyard. You know, some kids might want to play in floodwaters. You might think walking through flooded streets or a flooded parking lot is fun. While the water may look a little cloudy or muddy, floodwaters can be really unhealthy and even dangerous. The water on streets or parking lots may contain oil, dog poop, chemicals from lawns that can make you sick. And this is an example of the flooding that occurs when the heavy rainfall causes the Nansemond River to overflow on the Kimberley Bridge. The Kimberley Bridge is located right here in downtown Suffolk, in fact. And not only should you not play in floodwater, adults shouldn't drive their car through it. It can be dangerous. So what did we learn today? First, tides are sometimes high and sometimes low. They're caused by the gravity of the sun and moon. Next, we learned about sea level rise, which is making the water come further and further up on land, and it's caused by climate change. And finally, we learned you should not play in floodwater. Remember the dog poop? So now you know a little bit more about the water. Remember, have fun and stay safe.